Hello and good evening and welcome to another late night Minecraft stream where there may be strong graphic language of a swearing nature. Hello, good evening. Thank you for joining me. My name is Jamie, also known as Lagspike79, and let's kick off straight away. Alrighty. Okay, so it appears that we are beginning in the daytime for once. Very awesome. I did a few bits and pieces off stream earlier today with the boy. He wanted to play some Minecraft, so we went hunting for some diamonds. We did some strip mining. Come and get it. Wait for you and wait for you. You go off and be willing in the corner somewhere. Wait for you and wait for you. The rest of you follow me. Wait for you. Enjoy it. Not too much. Wait for you. Wait for you. And wait for you. And wait for you. And who hasn't been willing yet? You. No, you have. No, you have. You have. There you go, you guys. Okay, so the cow farm is coming along really good. Okay. Oh, now the sun goes down. So yeah, we went strip mining earlier. Did a whole load of strip mining. Didn't find a single diamond. And then on the way back, as we were just coming back out of the mine, I appear to have no torches at all. That's not smart. Let's have some torches down here. On the way back, I heard a zombie, so I thought, son, you're not going to survive. And by looking for the zombie, I found some diamonds. So we are now diamonded up. JE, hello sir. Your message is being held for review again. It's going very well, sir. Very well indeed. Thank you for asking. I'm actually quite happy because I managed to find some diamonds on this map. I was beginning to despair. Let's speaking of which, let's get back and find them. Also going to need to move the map a bit closer to me because I cannot read at this distance, even with my glasses on. Go to sleep. Let's grab the map. Need to go turn my auto mod off. How do I do that exactly? Can I do that in my chat settings? No. It does not appear to be in chat settings. Yeah, not sure how to do that, to be honest. It's probably in my settings, isn't it? Okay, I'll have a poke with that, and we'll get it's either that or I op you. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Okay. Something channels and videos. Something. Where is it? I just saw it. It was right there. There we go. Okay, so I have it on rule for a lot of moderation. Okay. Let's leave it on rule 2. Some moderation. Everything should be taken in moderation, including auto moderation. There we go. Okay. Hopefully, hopefully that'll help. And you won't get modded every single time you want to say something. I'm very sorry about that, sir. It's not intentional. As I say, I think it's I've seen it on other people's channels as well. There's something about my name. I think I know what it is, but it does not bear repeating. Okay, so diamonds. That's what we're going to do. So let us head into the rotunda sounds a lot cooler than it really is. I need to work out some kind of automatic thing for that door. So, we have a load of chests here. I have named them now, so we have ore and ingots, mob drops, wooden items, other blocks, terracotta blocks, because there's going to be a lot, redstone and transport, and up here, new and improved higher value items. As you can see, we have 6 diamonds, which is very cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to immediately use some of those. So first of all, we need a diamond pickaxe for our obsidian. Obsidian gives us, of course, an enchanting table. How long have I spent on this world? I'm not sure, really. It's all up on YouTube. I think probably probably about a week in game, maybe seven or 8 day-night cycles, kind of. I haven't done very much strip mining. I mean that takes a phenomenal amount of time. And on the stream the other day, I managed to find some sheep, so I've got a bed. So that has accelerated the process. So I might have slept a lot more. But I think in terms of sort of solid play, I think we've seen, yeah, maybe about 10 days. But it's, you know, it's quite, if you play carefully, it's quite easy to get straight down to the lower depths and start in on the diamond hunting. There should be a, there we go. Excuse me. Alrighty. So we're gonna hunt. Are you coming online this evening, dude? I think you are. I think tomorrow is your variety stream. So this is where I was strip mining, and then through here I was hunting for a zombie, and the diamonds were literally just here in the middle, just sitting there. So easiest haul ever. So this is where we have been strip mining. Whoop. So we will continue to strip mine for a little while. Still hear some lava somewhere. Sounds like it's off to the left. So the rest of you who have joined the stream, hello, welcome. I'm Jamie. Feel free to chat. I am very, very bad at coming up with things to chat about on my own. If anyone wants to... Diamonds. Or rather, down there. Oh, wow, okay. Now, you don't need to do this when you find diamonds. When you find diamonds, you must remain calm. Don't be like... It's not necessary. But what you do need to do, especially down here, where we are y equals 12, the best thing to do is to dig around the diamonds, because the diamond blocks themselves cannot be damaged by anything. I don't think. I mean, they can be blown up by creepers, but they can't be damaged by lava. So, since I can hear lava in my ears, dig around the diamonds, make sure the diamonds are safe, because if you dig down and there happens to be lava down there, and you dig into it, and it's horrible. So, wow, this looks like a fairly large vein. So what is that? 6? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So this looks fairly safe to me. I could definitely hear lava somewhere, but I don't think it's underneath us. Yeah, you see. Yeah, so when we dig these diamonds out, they will, when we dig those out, they will drop safely, and we'll be able to pick them up without any problems, which is nice. But we're going to do something cunning first. I would quite like to see if I can get a fortune pickaxe enchantment, and for that we go for a ride. No, for that we're going to grab some obsidian. There it is. Poured some water for this earlier. So again, just make sure there's no nasty surprises lurking. Ooh, hello, what are you? Are you gold? Nope, you're iron. Awesome. So we're going to need 4 obsidian for an enchantment table. How do I know how deep I am? That is an excellent question, and I will answer it in just a moment. There we go. Ice bucket challenge. Okay, cool. So if during the game, if you're on PC, you can press F3. When you press F3, you get a whole load of debug information up. Now, if you can just see off that way, kind of in line with my head, you'll see it says, well, you can't really see the X, Y, Z, but you can see Z, 47.912, and then a slash, and then 11 point, lots of zeros, and then a slash, and then 175.064. Those are your X, Y, Z coordinates. Now, X and Z are your forward and backward, you know, they're your position in the world if you're looking down on the world. Your Y position is how high up you are. Y equal to 1 or 0, I forget which one, probably 0, is bedrock. So the bottom of the world is at Y0. So we are 13 blocks up, or rather down here I'm only 10 blocks up. So we could sort of dig down that way. I'll show you what I mean. So you can dig down here, and eventually, there you go. So that's bedrock down there. Bedrock is functionally indestructible. It cannot be creeper exploded. It cannot be mined through, and I don't believe it can be TNT'd either. So it counts, to answer the second half of your question, which is just as valid, it counts up from the bottom. So bedrock being 1 or 0, and then the higher you go, the higher the number. And the reason I bang on about Y equals to whatever, I like to stop at Y13 to look for diamonds, because diamonds appear below Y16, and they, how many obsidian do we have now? 4. Good. Done. So we have nothing in there. Lava lakes tend to spawn at Y11 or 12. I think it's 12. Hello, zombie. And so while you're mining, it can be quite annoying if you just keep on mining into great big lakes of lava. You can get lava lakes at any level, don't get me wrong, but they generally spawn at about Y11 or 12. So it's best to be at least a block above. What on earth was that noise? Sounds like baby zombie. Yeah, it's a baby zombie. So yeah, rather than constantly just running into lava lake after lava lake, which is tedious and also very painful, you can instead go at something like 13 and just avoid that whole issue. Diamonds appear at any level below 16, so it's not a bad place to start, to be honest. Each chunk has, I forget how big chunks are, something like 8 or 16 blocks or something. What the hell are you? Hello. And I can hear an Enderman. Gone. Where did you go? Wherever you went. As long as you didn't come into the rotunda, that's the main thing. Right, focus on one thought at a time. So, Y13 has diamonds, doesn't have lava. Yes, there we go. Does that answer your question? Okay, so we have 4 obsidian, we need 2 diamond, and we also need some... yeah, we need some sugar cane. Once we have sugar cane, we can make paper. There's my sugar canes. You can turn it all into paper for now because I don't think we actually need paper for any reason. Just at the moment. Sugar itself. If you put a single sugar cane, for example, you get actual sugar. I don't think we need that though. We need leather is the other thing. Mob drops. There she be. So we now need 1 book. What was that flying thing, and can it really come into your home? Endermen do not fly. Thank the gods. They teleport. They can port from anywhere that they fit, basically. I think they're about 3 blocks high, or they're 2.5 blocks high or something. They can port from anywhere to anywhere else, so long as there's headroom. And they are not normally hostile unless you look at them. If you look at them, they aggro onto you. If they are aggroed onto you and you are looking at them, they will freeze in place and go. It's quite terrifying. If you then look away, they will port to you and start to beat you around the face and neck region. Staring at them will keep them in place. And if they become wet from water, so if they try and port to you and you're standing in a puddle, for example, or a lake, or it's raining in the game, then not only do they take damage from water, but it also turns them neutral again, so they stop aggroing on you. I don't need to do that yet. So 3 paper and 1 good impression. Not really. So yeah, that's a book. Thank you very much. So 4 obsidian that way, 2 diamonds either side, book at the top. We have an enchantment table. Where to put it? This means we need a library. So sad. So let's be doing that. What colour are you? Orange. Okay. Grab some orange. The other interesting thing about Endermen is they can, and do, pick blocks up. Interestingly, I think they're the only mob that can actually interact with blocks in a vaguely similar way to the player. They can pick up any block, I think, and just walk around with it. Whether or not they do something weird with it, or they just eat it, no, really don't know. actually. Let's just grab some. Upstairs again. Okay. So now we have the chance to create yet another level. A new level. Okay. Ooh. Already got some ladders there. Wow. I've got Pantera in my head now. Not normally a bad thing, but hey. What? I thought I'd gone too far and I was about to fall onto a cactus, which is not where you want to land. Don't land on the cacti. We need some red, I think. Let's throw a little hot rod red in there. Jarvis, if you please. Don't mind me, Mr. Hillside. Just gonna nick all of your funky red terracotta. I did say at the beginning of this particular world that there will probably be a lot of terracotta involved. I'm not sure that I was aware, even I was aware, just how right that statement would be. Ooh. Hello. Probably full of death down there, I reckon. Oh, it's part of that same. Okay. Yeah. Been in there. Generally full of death. Doing. Ouch. So the little farmy bits are doing really well. I mean, we've now got some bread. We've got some spare wheat. After a while, you don't need a very big farm, to be honest, with wheat. After a while, it grows faster than you can really harvest it. As long as you're doing other things at the same time. Okie dokie. What were we doing? We were making a library, which is one of the most important things that a human being can do with their life. Some say that humans dominate the world because it's our ability to imagine different circumstances for ourselves. We can imagine, you know, a great big tower where there wasn't one before. We can do that. Some say it's because we have the old opposable digit. It enables us to use tools. Obviously, all these people are mistaken. It is our ability to make libraries. Is the reason that we rule the planet, and not the apes. Can you imagine? Not like it's not headed that way. Right. Okay. There we go. Okay. So, obviously this is somewhat open to the elements, which is not a very good thing for a library to be. So let's yank all that lovely glass out. Darn it. Alright. You go in there. Wooden items go up there. glass. Does this mean we get to catch squid? We don't need ink for books, no. I think you need ink for creating your own books in terms of where are those glass panes I picked up? You can write your own books in survival, I think, and you do so with the help of with the use of squid ink and a feather, I think, like a quill. I mean, we can catch squid if you like. Books are created from one piece of leather, which is bad news for the cows, I'm afraid, and 3 pieces of paper. We created one a little while ago. So paper goes around like that, leather goes in there like that, makes books. In fact, we will create. Any downsides to me doing this? Nope. Let's create some books. And I will show you why we need to create books. So, take your enchantment table, like so. Place your enchantment table up on the floor, at which point it will shine at you, and we can use it. We'll get into that in just a moment, but one thing you can do... let me downstairs. There we go. When you have 3 books, you can line a bookcase. Come so. And when you have a bookshelf, yes, thank you, JE. Thank you for dropping in, matey. It's good to see you. I will not be streaming forever, so I may well see you on your stream a bit later, dude. So when you have a bookcase, you can place your bookcase up to 2 blocks away, and it will. Can you see that? I'll get a bit closer. It kind of adds like little eldritch whisperings to your enchantment table, and essentially it boosts your enchantment table and increases the power of the enchantments that you can have. They cost more. On like a pro rata basis, it does cost more if you have a boosted enchantment table. Excuse me. But when you have it at peak efficiency, it's you can get some very powerful enchantments indeed. So I'm going to grab some lapis lazuli, because we need it for our eldritch summonings. So when you have your enchantment table, take your diamond pickaxe that you have, drop that in there so you can see what kind of enchantments become available. You will also need to drop some lapis into the lapis slot. Once you have done that, you can see everything lights up like a Christmas tree. So take this one for example. This means we will probably get efficiency 1, and that will probably be it. That will cost us 1 lapis and 1 enchantment level. If you look down the bottom of the screen here, you'll see that I have 19 enchantment levels at the moment. So you spend those. So if I were to use this, I'd lose 1 lapis, I'd lose 1 enchantment level and go down to 18. And this green number over here is the minimum level that you must be to get that enchantment. So for example, if I was enchantment level 4, I could afford the 3 lapis, I could afford the 3 enchantment levels, but this requires level 5, this particular enchantment. So I would not be able to cast that. But we are level 5, we're level 19, so I'm going to enchant this with the fattest thing that I can. Unbreaking would be nice, to be honest, but I don't know. I think I want to go for the the heftier one because it gives us a better chance that we might get fortune on this pickaxe, and I want fortune on this pickaxe so that we can then go and mine the other diamonds that we found a minute ago and get more diamonds. So this is just greed talking, really. No, efficiency 1. Okay. So efficiency on pickaxes means that it is quicker. So it mines quicker. That's it. That's really all it does. So it mines a little bit quicker. C'est tout. That's all she wrote. Oh, daylight again. Let's have a look at what we can. Oh, I see you. See there, you can see a skeleton running underneath a tree. I don't think it's helped him. You see the eldritch bits and pieces left over by an enderman teleporting. I'm a little worried at one over there as well. I'm a little worried actually. We haven't had an enderman for ages. Now he's all up in our grills. Can't see him. Okay. It's probably in the rotunda. Don't even joke about that. We need wood as well. We need to go and get some wood. We are low on the whole wood thing. The creeper's over there. He's going to stay over there for a while. I hope. Yes, bloomy creatures. We'll all be leather very soon. So saying the creeper comes up and ends me. There's only one thing worse than a creeper that you can see, and that's a creeper that you can't see. There you are. Hello. Alright, we're gonna have to deal with you, buddy. Hello. Did you just lose interest in me? Right. Notice me, senpai. Witness me. Yeah, that was 4 hits that time. What was that creeper the other day? I had to hit like 5-6 times, didn't I? We killed a skeleton the other day and got a bow and arrow. Can we shoot back? Yes, you can. Yeah, bows and arrows are fairly awesome. You will need 2 things though. Aside from the bow, you will physically need arrows. Arrows can be made fairly easily with flint and sticks and feathers. So if you have chickens, feathers will you'll end up with so many feathers you don't know what to do with them. Unless it's like a free-range farm. So, when you have a bow, you place it in a weapon slot, as you would normally. Rotate, select your weapon, but instead of left clicking, you hold down right mouse, and as you hold down right mouse, you will pull back, and then kind of hover at that full extension, and then releasing the mouse button, you'll fire an arrow. But the arrows do fire on a 1-for-1 basis. I think if an arrow hits a mob, it disappears. But if you just shoot the arrow and it lands in the floor, you can go pick it up, which is quite cool. Now, this is what I wanted the wood for. Just for enchantment room purposes, we're going to have. That's probably best. I'm just going to put the lapis in there, just because it's having a rotunda to store everything is all well and good, but sometimes it's just more helpful to have things close to where you're actually going to use them. I'm also going to use the lily pads now as well. Cool, thanks. You are welcome. This is why I do this. lily pads are my favourite. Did you just... Yeah, there we go. Did I just miss that lily pad? Lily pads are my favourite thing, you just walk straight through them. No! I'm out of lily pads. How can I be out of lily pads? That's unacceptable. Ah! Okay, I know what to do. Leave it with me. And what we'll do is we will kill all the lily pads that we have placed. And then we will put them next to this little bridge. So we can cut the corners a little bit. Cool. There we go. Yeah, so now we can just run very niftily. What was I going to do? We were going to mine some diamonds, that's right. We still have diamonds to collect. Can everybody hear me okay still? Can everybody see me? Can everybody hear me? I'm trying to speak in a normal voice, but both the kiddywinks are asleep, so I can't be all like booming and manly. Which is pity. Okay, was it this way? There we go. Up we go. Yes, here we are. Sound is fine, thank you very much. That's another 6 diamonds, which is really handy. Still hear lava. Cool. Okay, so we're going to stay with Y13. So. You can definitely still hear lava from somewhere. I'm not sure it matters though. I love that musical sting. It's so eerie. It crops up right at the wrong moment most times. C418 with his soundtrack. Excellent work. So yeah, efficiency on a diamond pickaxe is all very well and good, but frankly it just means it's going to run out a bit quicker. So, but now that we have an enchantment table, we are going to be not exactly going to be total noobs anymore. Okay, so we're not going to strip mine for too long, because it is ghastly and tedious. But I've got a good feeling. I've found 2 lots of diamonds so far today, which is really good. Oh. Strip mine, strip mine. That's kind of been strip mined. Let's go in here. Gravel. It's obviously part of our other mining area, so let's just block that off, and that off, and carry on. And what we will do in just a moment is we will head back to that little obsidian pit, pick up some more obsidian and set up our portal to the nether. Let's see if, just like the last world, we got a ghast in the face again, which is probably no more than we deserve. You may notice I'm leaving a lot of redstone around. That's because it's fairly obvious. You don't exactly forget. You don't exactly forget it. And we are just not needing it right now. So yeah, strip mining. It's kind of almost like hard work. Let's go and do something more fun. By fun, I mean dangerous. Excuse me. That cough that I had for the 24-hour stream has still not gone away. I am most vexed with it. Okay, so we need 3, 6, 10. We need 10 obsidian for this. I'm out of room. Let's drop cobble. Don't need it that badly. We've got 4, 5, 6, 7. Are we going to run out? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, we should be fine. Should. Click. Huh. What do you know? More iron. Let us drop. Yeah, white terracotta. No, it's gold in fact. Any more for any more? Yeah. Never is. So once we get into the nether, we will have glowstone available to us, potentially. Netherrack as well, potentially. Of course, the main plan will be to find a nether fortress and hang out there for a while. Should probably look where I'm going more often. Okay. There we go. Let's take that with us. Okay, so let's head back to the surface. Keep looking in there, there's never anything in there. It's not going to happen. Nether fortress, yes. So just in the same way that you have villages that spawn in plains and desert temples which spawn in the desert, and jungle temples that spawn in the jungle, you can, that's a zombie. Get lost. Go away. Yes, you. Excuse me. Go away. Not today, thank you. So yeah, just as you have those... You're preventing me from getting my beauty sleep. I need my beauty sleep. Bye-bye. Oh, there's more. Killing zombies brings more zombies. Oh, there's two of them. No kidding. So yeah, just as you have those other structures that spawn. In the nether spawn nether fortresses. They are huge. You know, they're considerably larger than most things that spawn in the overworld, for example. And you get an awful lot of interesting mobs and things in there. So it's always good. It's always a good way to find some cool things. Interesting loot drops, chests, that kind of thing are not uncommon. Zombies died over here. Just mort flesh though. Spider eye can be quite useful. Yeah, nether fortresses are basically where a lot of the cool nether stuff happens. They can be really enormous and sprawling. And you tend to find blazes with the skeletons, all kinds of interesting stuff. Let's just, however, dump a load of stuff that we don't need before we try this. You're up. Certainly drop the diamond away. Really don't want that guy missing. Let's leave the diamond pickaxe behind. Put the books away. Some food. Alrighty. Dump nearly everything else. Can't drop water in the nether. Wood is just going to burn. Drop the shears because you're not going to use them. Might as well dump the coal. Okay. I think we're done. So, chat. I think there's one of you at the moment. Where shall we have a nether portal? Hey guys. You all alright? Yeah. Where should we have a nether portal? We can have one fairly close to the house, but I wouldn't put it crazily close to that. Yes, as I was about to make the point, things do and can come out of the portal. I don't think ghasts and stuff can fit through, but certainly zombie pigmen can follow us through, should they wish to. Away from the house! Very wise. It looks to me like I'm dropping some frames, so I'm just refreshing the stream. If you said anything after away from the house, I've missed it. Okie dokie. I think this would not be a bad place. I wonder if we could dump all the terracotta into the nether, and it would be like a terracotta nether place, portal thing. That would be quite cool. Boom. There we go. How are frames for you? Are they okay? Because my stream is bugging out, which is not good. go make a flint and steel. Wish me luck. Okay. I see some quartz. I see some glowstone. But first, let's light this bad boy up. Okay. Okay, this is fairly sensible. There's a lot of ceiling, which is good because it means we're unlikely to run into too many ghasts. I like a lot of ceiling in my nether. Some quartz over here which should look really nice on my wall. Nom, 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 and nom. Okay. I wonder if it's worth. I think it is worth just building a protective shell around the portal. I heard it. Did you hear it? I certainly heard it. That is a ghast. Okay, so now, don't think there's a way for anything unpleasant to see us. Certainly without us seeing it first. The problem with torches is really, really useful to use torches in the nether. Where is that coming from? It's definitely coming from that way. It might well be right above us. I know this looks hideous. We'll fix that later. It's when there aren't ghasts hiding around. Yeah, the nether makes my nerves bad as well. A lot of people play Minecraft just like it's a not take it terribly seriously just because the graphical fidelity isn't there. Just because it doesn't look like Alien Isolation or Soma or similar, you know. but for me, it's really visceral. I mean, I remember the first time I played hardcore Minecraft. And I will get a hardcore game up on stream at some point. But it was crazy. Very nice quartz block. Netherrack does nothing. Helpful netherrack. Check my recipe book. Why? What can I do? Quartz pillar. Chiseled quartz is by using slabs. Oh, nifty. Yeah, and just the first time playing hardcore, it was such a, it was really involved, and it was it was a powerful feeling, you know, because you're like, right, this is it. You know, anything messes with me, I am properly dead. Terracotta. Okay. I'll put the nether quartz in here. I mean, strictly speaking, it shouldn't probably be there, but let's get some clay on the go with my zero coal. That's the problem with going to the nether, is tooling up again afterwards. Tool up. We'll do a bit of farming in a moment. A jovial cartoon after Soma. I'm not sure that's what it'll take. I think it might take a little bit more than that, to be honest. Yeah, games like that affect me terribly. I'm not able to sit here and go, yeah, it's a game, it's fine. No, I'm there. I'm actually there. Somebody, I think the last really properly horrifying film I saw was it's probably the American remake of The Ring or something. And whenever I talk to a horror fan about the American remake of The Ring, they're like, "Oh man, you should watch the original. The original Japanese movie is far superior. It's far more frightening." And I'm like, "Look, I am not dumb enough to invite a Japanese horror movie into my house where it will kill me." It's yeah, it's a real thing for me. I'm actually there, and I cannot disassociate myself from it enough. It's just terrifying. Let's go and make some cows have sex. You, and you, and you. Is that it? I'm not sure you can... I'm not sure it works for 3 cows. Let's get some more wheat. Turn that book thing off. That was not finished. Let's see if there we go. Yeah, I think I'd need several years of jovial cartoons after a Japanese horror movie. I don't even think I've seen one. I mean, I know which the good ones are. I've been told by many people have told me what the good ones are to watch. People think, they assume that because I run Cthulhu, because I run the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game, that I enjoy frightening myself to tiny bits. But no, I enjoy frightening other people to tiny bits, not myself. I'm not silly enough to invite a Japanese horror movie into my house. What the What happened there? Something just... I heard a noise. What happened? Dogtanian. And the Musker Hounds. Yes. I'm a big fan of Dogtanian. Thundercats, yes. Yes. That's a cartoon that's crying out for a live action. Who would you have though? Who would you have? Who would you cast? Okay, that's enough. Yeah, you guys are all at it. Lovely. Yeah, who would I cast in Thundercats? It's a really good question now. I'm not even sure who I would cast. Don't worry, I'm not going in here again. I just thought it might need a bit more of a sprucing up. Yeah, if you're not fond of the Nether, you'll hate the end. There we go. Okay, I think it's time this came down. Can still get round here, can't I? Yeah. You just don't want to touch them. Nicolas Cage. Who has? Mumra? Watch Muskhounds as an adult. Dogtanian started every fight. Well, yeah. Are we so different? I'm not sure. Okay. I'm gonna have my water bucket back. Hell yeah. Cool. I think that is probably where I shall end today's stream. Or shall I? Let's enchant the sword. I can't be a self-respecting RPG fan. So you'd have Nicolas Cage's Chitara. I'm not convinced that he wouldn't make that work. Actually, I think he would probably. I think Nick Cage would run with that. Literally. I don't like knockback on swords. Knockback on swords is annoying, if only because it means you can't hit skeletons anymore. Knockback is of course handy on creepers, but no, I don't. Situational, I think. Knockback. Let's go for unbreaking and something else. Okay, Iron Sword is unbreaking too. Solid. That means it will be with us for a long time, that sword. Doesn't look enchanted though. Should probably look a bit more enchanted than that. Okay, maybe not. So, what have we done this episode? Well, we've gone to the Nether, which was terrifying, as always. We have created an enchantment table. We have fought many creepers. Like one. Yeah, we've done quite a bit. I think we can pat ourselves on the back. I mean, I would do that if it didn't look weird. It does look very weird. I don't recommend it. Our terracotta reserves are slowly growing, which is very cool. That's definitely something I'm not going to do on stream, is run around and pick up terracotta. I mean, as you recall, the Mesa, I mean, it goes on for, I think my draw distance is about 12 chunks, and I think it goes on for at least 12 chunks in that direction. So I don't think we're going to hurt for terracotta, to be honest. And as the sun goes down, I think the sun shall go down on this stream as well. So my name is Jamie, also known as LagSpike79. Thank you for joining me for late night Minecraft. I'm sorry about all the swearing. It's shocking. Hopefully I'll see you on the next stream. See you later.